Hey guys, it's MandaPanda and I'm back today with two mystery Shopkins. We have a Flappy Cap and Sausage Sizzle from season 3. And in this video, we are going to make custom Shopkins using this pearlizing medium. I'm going to use cherry red Americana acrylic paint and a purple also from Americana. And then when we're all done, we are going to seal up our custom Shopkins with this all-purpose sealer. So let's start with Flappy Cap. Now Flappy Cap is a common Shopkin, but today we are going to transform her into a polished pearl Shopkin, which is the special edition Shopkins for season 3. And I'm going to start off by using the pearlizing medium. Now it already comes in white. Well, it comes in white, so all we're going to do is use that paint straight out of the bottle, and we are going to paint the sides of her cap, and we're going to paint all the parts that are white. And I'm using a bigger brush here since there really aren't, there's no special eyeballs or anything on the side, so you can use a big brush to cover lots of area relatively quickly. And if you get it on the orange part, that's okay. We're gonna paint that, so it doesn't matter. And you just use your big brush as much as you can, and try not to get anything on the eyes because we don't want to have to repaint those. Okay, now I've done whatever I could with the big brush, and I've switched to a really tiny brush, and I'm going to use this to get around her eyes and her mouth and make sure that I get her little baby nose and her eyelashes. I just want to avoid having to redraw those because I can paint, but I don't think I can draw. So yeah, let's just get in here. And this is the first coat. We're gonna use 2 coats of paint on her. So if it doesn't look perfect, if you feel like maybe like on the front of my face where you can see the strokes of the brush, that's okay because we're gonna go over it one more time. Now this paint dries kind of quickly because we just put like a thin layer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and immediately put on my second layer of the pearl white paint. And how cool is this? We can take any Shopkin from season 1, 2, or 3, and if we want to make that Shopkin special, we can make it into a polished pearl Shopkin. And see, this second coat here is going on pretty easily. And I switched back to my little brush because I'm getting to her face now. And there it goes. And, oh, I got her eye a little bit, but that's okay because you can just clean off your small brush, and then you can just wipe off that extra paint that you accidentally put on there. No big deal. See, I'm just getting in there with a little bit of water on a clean brush, and I am just poking off all the extra paint. Now look at this. Look how she went from regular to this really gorgeous pearl color. Now I'm gonna paint her purple. On the orange parts, I'm gonna paint her purple, and I just want to show you how I'm mixing the paint here. So all you do is you pick whatever color paint you want, and you mix it with that pearlizing medium. Now what this medium is gonna do is it's just gonna give your paint that super adorable pearl luster, and all you have to do is squirt. It's going to be about half and half white, half whatever color you choose. Now I wanted my purple to be a little more pearl looking, so I'm going to go ahead and squirt a little bit more, but it's really easy to do, and you can mix it on a palette if you have a paint palette, or a piece of cardboard, or a paper plate, whatever you're using to store your paint on. You just mix it up there. Now here is the main part of Flappy Cap, and that is the top and the crown of her head. So there's lots of orange on her, and I'm just making this entire orange section purple. Why purple? Because purple is my favorite color, and Flappy Cap, she comes in a pink and green variety, but I really wanted to see a purple hat, and I think that Flappy Cap just looks so freaking cute in purple. So my paintbrush isn't the best here because you can see I have like bristles that are poking out, and I accidentally got some paint on the white part, but that's okay because at the end we can just go back and cover that, no big deal. Now the big brush is good for the bottom. And if you guys are wondering what the heck, what does Manda have her Shopkin on, I actually hot glued the Shopkin directly onto a pencil eraser because it is so much easier to customize these Shopkins when you don't have to touch them, because who wants to get paint all over their fingers, or who wants to paint something really awesome and then, you know, stick your fingers on it and smudge it. So now I've done whatever I could with the big brush. I've gone back to my little brush, and I am getting into those really deep corners close to the white, like a Sherpa fur part. And I'm just using that little tiny brush to get in really close. Now I found that the easiest way to do these little sections is to kind of just like dab your paintbrush a little bit, and not so much in strokes, but see, just like dabbing to get the paint really in there, because with the strokes a lot of that paint just ends up, you know, going to one side. And we're going to repeat it to the left side and the right side. And you can really see in the light here where you're really picking up that pearl, shiny, cool, awesome, you know, finish to this Shopkin. It is just so cool how this Shopkin went from a common to a polished pearl. And I'm gonna go on to her arms, her little baby arms, and this it's gonna be kind of hard to get this arm perfect. I want to cover all of that orange. So if I think I'm gonna end up getting some paint on the white. Yeah, look, I knew it. It's okay because we'll just go back at the end and we will touch up wherever we accidentally got some paint on white parts. No need to fear, guys. Customizing your Shopkins makes them your own, and we are just going to fix whatever we think's wrong with them, even though they are actually perfect because they're ours and we made them, right? Now here is Flappy Cap after the first coat, and you can really see here how she's really changing as we go in and we paint her. So what I'm doing now is I'm going back and I'm going to do double coat. So I think that 2 coats is good enough. If you want to go through and put in a 3rd or a 4th or a 5th, you're more than welcome to. But with 2 coats, it does cover all of the old Shopkins color. So with 2 coats, I'm covering all of the orange here. And you just go back, repeat the process using your big brush and your little brush, and getting in all those areas, cover up all of that orange. So that way, if you didn't know any better, you would think that Flappy Cap just came like this. You would have no idea that Flappy Cap was actually orange. She looks so good. And see, here's the areas where I kind of messed up on her arms. No big deal. That purple has already dried for the most part. And I'm just going back in with my little brush and some of just the basic white pearl paint. And I am just covering up those little smudges. No big deal. Wow. And I'm going to set her aside and let her dry. So here is Sausage Sizzles. Now Sausage comes in white. And I want Sausage to be a polished pearl Shopkin. So I chose to paint him a really pretty cherry red color, and I've added some of that pearl finish to him so that way Sausage Sizzles can go from a rare to a polished pearl Shopkin. Now I'm starting off different here. I want to use my little brush and I want to go in as close as I can to Sausage Sizzle's eyes and his eyebrows, and I just want to do it like this because I don't want my big brush to accidentally cover his eyebrows. Since his eyebrows are small and his eyes are small, I would hate for them to get lost under paint and then I forget where his eyebrows or his eyeballs go. So I'm just going to get us, again, as close as you can to the eyebrows, the eyes, without covering them because we don't want to have to go back and paint those in. But if you want to cover his eyebrows up and give him a different look, you are more than welcome to do that because we are customizing your Shopkin, nobody else's, and it's going to be perfect and beautiful and amazing no matter what, guys. So don't worry. I've just turned him upside down so I can get a better look at where I am painting. Okay. Now I'm moving over to my big brush, and I'm going to use my big brush for the rest of this project here for Sausage Sizzles. And I am just taking my paintbrush and I am just painting the entire thing because there's no other features on this Shopkin that we need to watch out for. There's no more drawings or paintings or little eyeballs or freckles or anything like that. So we'll just take the big brush and use it to cover the entire Shopkin with our really gorgeous cherry red pearl paint. This looks so good, and we'll get down to the base and we'll do the base too. And the pearl finish, I found that at Hobby Lobby and it was about $1.50 for the bottle. So you can buy one bottle and you can use it to just paint so many different Shopkins, and it is a really good value. Like about $1.50, maybe $1.80, I don't remember exactly how much it costs, but it was relatively inexpensive, so you can go pick that up. And these acrylic paints, they come in so many different colors. You could literally paint a Shopkin any color of the rainbow and every color in between, and they cost like $1.25 each. So wow, I'm excited to customize other Shopkins. So here's Sausage Sizzles with layer 1. I've let him dry a little bit so that way I can go back in and do layer 2 of paint. Now remember, I think that 2 layers of paint is enough to cover all of the old Shopkin color, but if you want to go in and add some additional layers of paint, you're more than welcome to, but I feel that 2 is good enough. Now, custom Shopkins has been something that was requested of me, so I hope that you guys like this video. You can leave me some comments down below if there's a Shopkin that you want to see me customize, and if I have it, I'd be happy to. So here, we're going to go back to Flappy Cap. So here's Flappy Cap. She has been sitting to the side and she has been drying, and she is completely dry now. I am taking the all-purpose sealer, and it's clear with a little like white to it. So I'm just taking that all-purpose sealer and I am covering her with the sealer because we want to be able to play with our Shopkins after we customize them. And if we do not seal the Shopkin, And then once you're playing with it, the paint might flake off and chip off, and we don't want that to happen. We want to be able to play with them and enjoy them. So we are going to seal them. And that was easy enough. You don't have to be too careful with that. And there we go. And she'll dry. And see, look, I have a little too much right there, so I just cleaned off my paintbrush, and I'm going to use my paintbrush to kind of suck up this extra sealant that I have on the sides. And here's Sausage Sizzles, and he has also dried, and we are just going to go through and seal him too. And wow, these just came out so fabulous. I am in love. You just go through and you seal them all up. And if you have extra sealant that kind of gathers in little creases and crevices, just go through with the clean paintbrush that's kind of wet and just soak up all of that extra spare sealer. No big deal. And set them aside and let them dry completely before you touch them. And here's our finished product. Wow! Here is Sausage Sizzle, who went from white to polished pearl cherry red, and she looks extra sausagey now. Before she was white, and now she looks like a sausage. And let's compare her finish. So here is the stapler, which is a polished pearl Shopkin. It came like that out of the package, and we have transformed Sausage Sizzle into a polished pearl just like her. And here's my favorite. Here is Flappy Cap. She went from purple to orange. She went from orange to purple, and then she went from common to limited edition polished pearl. I am in love, everybody, and let's compare her. So these finishes, they're really similar to each other. You can see that gorgeous shine, that pearl shimmer, and I am loving this. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and click that like button. If there is a video that you want to see, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to look into making those for you. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.